A pleasant day to each and everyone. My name is Desiree Espinosa from BSEd English 1B. So today I will be discussing to you about linguistic and its elements. So let's define linguistic. Linguistic is a scientific study of human language. It is also concerned with both the cognitive and social aspects of human language. It is called a scientific study because it entails a comprehensive, systematic, objective, and precise analysis of all aspects of language, particularly its nature and structure. So let's now define language. Language is a system of communication which consists of a set of sounds and written symbols which are used by the people of a particular country or region for talking or writing. It is also a words used by the group of people and grammar. Next is grammar. Grammar is a system of rules that allows us to structure sentences. It also includes several aspects of the English language, like the parts of speech. Part of speech includes nouns, verbs, adverbs, preposition, conjunction, modifiers, and etc. So let us now proceed to lexicon. So what is lexicon? Lexicon is the vocabulary of a person, language, or branch of knowledge. It is also the total stock of words and word elements that carry meaning. Let's now define phoneme. So what is phoneme? Phoneme is a sounds or a group of different sounds perceived to have the same function by the speakers of the language or dialect in question. Phoneme is any of the perceptually distinct units of sounds in a specified language that distinguish one word from another. Let's now proceed to morpheme. What is morpheme? Morpheme is a meaningful morphological unit of a language that cannot be further divided. It is also considered to its functional relations in a linguistic system. Let's now define lexeme. Lexeme is a unit of lexical meaning that underlies a set of words that are related through inflection. Lexeme is a basic lexical unit of a language consisting of one word or several words, considered as an abstract unit and applied to a family of words related by form or meaning. Context. What is context? Context is the part of something written or spoken that is near a certain word or group of words that can help to explain its meaning. Context is the circumstances that form the setting for an event, statement, or idea, and in terms of which it can be fully understood and assessed. Let's now discuss as one of the five main components of language, which is syntax. Syntax is a study of phrase construction, clauses, and sentences in a language. It is also deals with basic word order followed in any language. Now, let us discuss some different branches of linguistic. Let us now discuss phonology. What is phonology? Phonology is a study of how sounds are arranged in each language as organized units of speech. It is also looks into the specifications in the distributions of sounds into a small sounds in each language. The next branch of linguistic is phonetics. What is phonetics? Phonetics is the study of sounds of a language. It is also deals with the way of sounds are produced, transmitted, and perceived by human beings. Next is phonemics. Phonemics is the study of the phonemes and the phonetic system of the language. This also refers to the specific ability to focus on and manipulate individual sounds in spoken words. Next is morphology. Morphology is a study of how words are formed into small meaningful units. This also deals with the form of words, the use of words, and the construction of words by small letters. Next is syntax. Syntax is a study of sentence structure and how sentence interacts with other dimensions of linguistic information. It's also the format in which words and phrases are arranged to create sentences. Next is semantics. Semantics is a study of a meaning in a language. It focuses on studying the structure of the meaning of words and making a meaningful sentence. Next is pragmatics. Pragmatics is the specialized branch of study focusing on the relationship between natural language and users of that language. Pragmatics also deals with the meaning of the language, but it focuses on the meaning in context rather than individual word meanings. Let's proceed to macro skills. Macro skills are most commonly referred to as listening, speaking, reading, and writing in the English language. It is also referred to the primary, key, main, and largest skills set relative to a particular context. Next is micro skills. Micro skills are basic counseling skills that assist rapport building and begin the therapeutic process. Micro skills is an aspect of a larger skills that can be practiced fairly and independently of other aspects of that skill. Let's proceed to linguistic competence. What is linguistic competence? Linguistic competence is a system of unconscious knowledge that one knows when one knows a language. It is distinguished from linguistic performance, which includes all other factors that allow one to use one's language in practice. Next is linguistic performance. Linguistic performance describes the actual use of language in concrete situation. It is also used to describe both the production, sometimes called parole, as well as the comprehension of language. Let's now define first language. First language is the first language or dialect that a person has been exposed from birth or within the critical period. It is also the language that a person learns first and speaks best. Next is second language. Second language defined as a language spoken in addition to one's first language. It is a neighboring language, which is another language of the speaker's home country or a foreign language. Next is mother tongue. Mother tongue defines as the language which a person has grown up speaking from early childhood. It is also a language that a person has been exposed to from birth or within a critical period. Next is native tongue. Native tongue is the language of the country that someone is born in or native to. It is also a language of the area that person grows up in. Let us now proceed to lingua franca. Lingua franca is defined as a language that is adopted as a common language between speakers whose native language are different. It is also a language systematically used to make communication possible between group of people who do not share a native language or dialect. Next is pidgin. Pidgin is a grammatically simplified means of communication that develops between two or more groups of people that do not have a language in common. Typically, its vocabulary and grammar are limited and drawn from several languages. It is also a simplified speech used for communication between people of different languages. Next is Creole. Creole defines as a language that comes from a simplified version of another language, or a mix of two or more languages. It is a mother tongue formed from the contact of two languages through an early pidgin stage. Next is foreign language. Foreign language is a language that is not official language, nor typically spoken in a given country, and that native speakers from that country must usually acquire through conscious learning. Foreign language is a language often that of English and includes the American language, classical languages, and even indigenous languages. Let's proceed to dialect. Dialects defined as a regional variety of language distinguished by features of vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation from other regional varieties and constituting together with them a single language. Dialect also is a particular form of language that is peculiar to a specific region or social group. Next is the International Phonetic Alphabet. International Phonetic Alphabet is an alphabet developed in the 19th century to accurately represent the pronunciation of languages. It is also the set of symbols and modifiers designed principally based on the articulatory considerations to provide a consistent and universally understood system for transcending the speech sounds of any language.